The U.S. Secretary of State has responded to his earlier answer to WION's question on the growing anti-India rhetoric in the U.S. While addressing the media before leaving for Agra, Rubio said he assumed that he was being questioned about things people say online, like trolls. Take a listen in.
Question you got yesterday on racist comments about
I don't know who he was talking about, but I assumed that he's talking about like people posting stuff online. I don't even know. Some of those could be a troll, it could be a bot, I don't know. So that's why I asked him specifically, can you tell me what you're talking about and who you're talking about? He didn't have a specific example. But the bottom line is that in the modern era, you go online and there are people saying all kinds of crazy stuff online. I don't even know if they're real people or who they are. So, but I didn't know what he was coming from.
I think there's something that was reposted by the president where he was talking about India being quote unquote.
Well, I gave him a chance to tell me that. That's not what he said. The president loves India. He said it last night. Were you guys there when he called in for the event last night, the 250? The president's a big fan of India, a big fan of Prime Minister Modi. I wouldn't be here if the president didn't want me to be here. He cares. He wouldn't have sent someone like Sergio to be our ambassador, someone who's very close to the president. So, but I gave that reporter, a chance to tell me who he was referring to, and he didn't. So I just assumed he's talking just about random voices out there. I mean, people say stupid stuff all the time on social media in every country in the world, unfortunately.
In a joint press briefing with the Indian External Affairs Minister in New Delhi, Rubio appeared cautious while answering a question by WION on growing anti-India rhetoric in the US. He said he will take the matter seriously, but added that every country has people who make quote-unquote dumb comments. He defended America's immigrant tradition and called the US a welcoming nation.
They're having a lot of racist comments coming from the United States against Indians, Indian Americans. So this goes against the basic principles of India-US relationship. What's your take on that?
Of course, who made those comments?
We all have seen those comments, sir. We have seen endorsement of those comments.
Which ones? I'm.
So it's well known, sir.
Do I go first? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to address that, but I'll take that very seriously about the comments. Look, I'm sure that there are people that have made comments online and other places, because every country in the world has stupid people. I'm sure there are stupid people here. There are stupid people in the United States that make dumb comments all the time. I don't know what else to tell you other than the United States is a very welcoming country. Our nation has been enriched by people who come to our country, have come from our country from all over the world, have become Americans, have assimilated into our way of life, and have contributed greatly.
The U.S. State Department had uploaded the video of the exchange on its X account, but later deleted it. The remarks coming against the backdrop of the controversy surrounding a Truth Social post by U.S. President Donald Trump. Last month, Trump reposted a 4-page transcript from the conservative radio host, Michael Savage, during a debate over birthright citizenship. The transcript included inflammatory comments about immigrants from India and China. And in the post, the radio host referred to India as a quote-unquote hellhole, while accusing immigrants of abusing America's citizenship system. In fact, the comments triggered outrage across India and among sections of the Indian American community. India's External Affairs Ministry called the remarks uninformed, inappropriate, and in poor taste, quote unquote. The controversy also triggered political backlash in Washington. Several Democratic lawmakers in the U.S. Congress have now introduced a resolution condemning Trump's amplification of what they describe as racist rhetoric targeting Indian Americans and Chinese Americans. And our Assistant Editor of Foreign Affairs, Sidhant Sipal, getting us this report.
The U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio's India visit is underway, but the big focus not only is on the relationship with several elements, but also concerns over racism against Indians and Indian Americans. Now, of course, WION asked that question, and we know that earlier today, Marco Rubio also gave another aspect or version of his reply in many ways. But we also know that there was this post of the exchange between WION and Marco Rubio from yesterday's press conference. That has been deleted by the US State Department. But as of now, nobody knows the reason why this post was deleted, and there hasn't been any clarification that has been put out by the State Department on that deletion of that particular post. But of course, there are questions that at a time when the US administration, the Trump administration, has been emphasizing on close ties with New Delhi, will this relationship has that thorn removed, the thorn of racism? With video journalist Piyush Siddhansipal for WION in New Delhi.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.